Greetings and salutations, denizens of YouTube. I am your man in demand, Etchy Charmed here, and today we are doing a Redux on the Seer of Time as a response to the poll I posted before. Now, let us get on with this one who perceives past, present, and future, for better or worse. Seers are one of the two understanding classes of Homestuck, the passive counterpart to the mage, and the inverse of the witch. And yes, I am part of the crowd that believes the witch is the inverse of the seer and not the sylph. Engage me in the comments if you want, and let's have a civil discussion about it. I could probably use the engagement, not gonna lie. Anyway, unlike mages, seers seem to be naturally wired with and understand their aspect, and are tasked with guiding their teammates using this information, making them natural leaders, or strategists at the very least. Time is the inverse of space and has to do with time itself, destruction, the end, death, destiny, music, and repetition. Time players, usually, have a construct called the, Scratch construct on their planet that allows them to initiate the Scratch, a kind of hard reset for sessions that are basically screwed over. All time players also have some kind of power with time travel, so there's that as well. Time players may also be responsible for the assistance in breeding a successful Genesis frog / new universe, and might possibly have Hephaestus as their denizen. According to the extended zodiac, the time-bound are fighters that resist whatever is thrown their way, which results in their lives being filled with struggle. They much prefer action over passive acceptance, achieving the impossible through non-traditional and unconventional ways. At their best, the time-bound are empathetic, relentless problem solvers. At their worst, they are ruthless, defensive, and impulsive. The Seer of Time is the inverse of the Witch of Space, and would have the ability to see timelines, either through visions or they'd be laid out in front of them like a map, and know when things are going to happen. Heck, I'd argue that their time travel capabilities would be the most accurate, if that's even a measurement of skill among time-traveling individuals when it comes to the time-bound aspects. This would make it hard for them to guide their allies at first, though, since they'd likely be overwhelmed by all of the timelines and decisions laid out before them. It might even become a problem later on, as they might possibly become their ultimate self, looking at Ultimate Rose before she was turned into a robot. When it comes to combat, they'd use their timeline-seeing powers to see what kind of actions their opponent would make, and dodge their attacks with a natural rhythm befitting their aspect, or what would be the best decision for them to make. Possibly similar to how Paisley Park from JoJo's Part 8 originally functioned. However, they'd have to pay close attention since the timeline they're mainly focusing on could quickly change while they're dodging attacks and they'll end up flat on their behind. Or much worse. I could also see them having abilities similar to Trace and Finn from the Felts, being able to track allies and enemies alike through their past and future trails. A most useful ability for someone doing recon, or maybe if your Seer of Time is a mischievous prankster. As for personality, outside of a maid or sylph, I'd say the Seer of Time would be very clingy and motherly, in a really annoying sort of way, at least at first. They'd likely receive visions of the paths their friends would be walking, and try steering them away from such walks of life if they deem them unpleasant, and try directing them towards the right direction, even if it's forcefully. They'd also likely be just as persistent at pursuing knowledge as the average light-bound, due to seers being seekers of knowledge and the time-bound being natural-born fighters, one way or another. And I believe that's all I have to say on the matter. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and share it. If you'd like to see more, then please comment any class specs or videos in general you'd like to see in the future, as well as subscribing and hitting the bell so you can be notified when I upload my next video, which will be on the Sylph Avoid, whenever that is. And with that, I bid you dudes, dudettes, and others adieu. Bye!